How's it going, guys? This is the Old Gaming Blog here, playing for the very first time Buried. I'm also playing this on the PC, so pardon me if it does lag a little bit. It was my first time playing this map, so sorry as well if I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Anywho, the topic of the video that I want to discuss is the problems with Kickstarter. So, if you guys don't know what Kickstarter is, I'll explain to you. It's very simple. It's a new way to fund projects, right? And you got two main parties, the creators and the backers. The best way I know how to describe this is if I make an example for you guys, so bear with me. Let's say, for example, hypothetically speaking, I want to make a new video game, right? I have the knowledge, I have the motivation, I have the tools, I just need the money. That's where Kickstarter comes in. As a creator, I have to put my idea forward on Kickstarter, right? I make a goal of money that I need for my projects, and then I have to put the rewards for the certain amounts of money I might receive. And basically people who are called backers can donate and help me create my projects. So, and depending on how much they donate, they can get different rewards. But the end goal is the same, to have whatever it is made to create that project into reality. It's a new system that we have been using now, which is to get investors. Instead of banks or private companies to get, them invested in you for you to, deliver whatever you gotta deliver. This is a new way of crowdfunding, of people giving you money for you to create a thing, and then they'll get it, whatever. And it started so many good projects. It is a good website. The Ouya was started there. If you guys don't know, it started on Kickstarter first, and it was so popular and so successful that of course now it's out and it's a reality now. But it started there. The Oculus Rift also started in Kickstarter. That's where it got found out. And a lot of other projects started there, and it is a all in all good website. It is doing a good thing that probably these projects would never have started if you were to go for a bank for an investment or a loan or whatever. But this is much simpler. There's less complications, less bureaucracy, and less risks. But here's what's wrong with it. Here's the problems that I found with Kickstarter, right? I'm gonna use just two examples of major issues that I've seen there. Of course there are more, but I don't want to mention too much so I don't drag the video along for too long. Let me talk about this project, which is a game called Doom that came to Atlantic City. It's a tabletop video game, right? And I'm not 100% sure with it, but before I even continue on, let me just say there's going to be links in the description of everything I'm speaking. Several links where you guys can check and read for yourselves and check what I'm talking about, just so you're on par with me. Anyways, the game was called The Doom That Came to Atlantic City, and the Kickstarter campaign started in May 2012, and it was asking for $35,000 to create the game. So basically, if you were to reach the goal of $35,000, that's all the creator said he needed to make the game. Of course, anything that comes more than that, it's great. If it doesn't come to that, then it's cancelled and the backers will get their money back. The project was a major success, bringing in $123,000. That's nearly 4 times more than what the goal was. And what the creator needed to make this. So with a much bigger budget, it means that the game's gonna be better, right? It's gonna be much better developed. He has now a lot more money than he needed, so there's no excuse for the project to go wrong or to black money. In theory, maybe. But fast forward 13 months, and this is what the creator has said, and I quote: "The project is over. The game is cancelled. Every possible mistake was made. Some due to my inexperience in board game publishing, others due to ego conflicts, legal issues, and technical complications. No matter the cause though, these could all have been avoided by someone more experienced, and I apparently was not the person." End quote. So basically now, Kickstarter backers are up in arms and accusing the head of developer, which is called the Forking Path, Eric Chevalier, of frauds following the cancellation. But keep in mind that Kickstarter does not make it very clear that when you're giving money, it's in the hopes of the creator to make whatever projects happen. There is no guarantee of anything. And it is very important for you to realize that when you're donating the money, when you're putting the money forwards, it is for the idea of that project to be made. It is not for the certainty. It is not, you know, for the thing to be made 100%. It is just for the idea of it being made. It's just to help it, you know, the project being made. Anyways, it failed miserably, even though it raised a lot more money. And this is what happens when you give a big sum of money to an experienced person, right? They use it in the wrong way because they don't know how to use it properly. And he admitted it himself that he didn't know how to use the money. He got 4 times more than what he supposedly needed, and he managed to lose all the money and deliver absolutely nothing, right? He lost the major sum of money, if not all of it already, and he has absolutely nothing to show for it. Why? Because he was inexperienced. He is inexperienced. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He doesn't know how to budget properly. He made a lot of mistakes, and it ended up costing money. Now, it was people's money, so who the hell cares anyways? Of course the people care. They're all up in flames now. They're fuming because they lost money. But again, basically the bureau that deals with this said it didn't really commit any fraud, and he's giving some of the money back, whichever little money he has. And to the people that donated the most money, that pledged the most money to him, he's now giving the money back to them. Which it's okay, but see, mistakes happen. You know, you take a risk, just like banks take a risk, just like a lot of people take risks. You know, it's a risk, it's a gamble. It's gonna work, it's not gonna work, and I didn't know how to give the boost to this guy, so I was a bit confused. I didn't know how to do much. This was my first time, guys, so I apologize for a lot of shenanigans that I was doing, because I didn't really know what I was doing. But anyways, he lost all the money, and people got squat, and he got squat to show for it, and people got nothing in return. That's the reality of things. That's what just happened. All right. And it sucks. It sucks because it's terrible that happened. But it's a risk, and it's what you sign up for. And that's one of the things that's wrong with it. Let's move on to case number 2. I'm not saying this is something that's wrong with Kickstarter itself. Just like previously, it's not with Kickstarter itself or the concept. It's with people that use it. Okay. That was a kick-ass gun that I've never seen before either. So. Yeah, I was just happy to use it. Anyways, let's go to case number 2, which is the more recent case. Like a month ago, Ouya announced that they wanted someone to make an exclusive game just for the console. Alright? They wanted someone to develop a great Ouya exclusive. They just didn't know who. They were setting the bait out, and whoever would pick it up, then, you know, they would get it. And these are the rules, right? The game has to have some free-to-play aspect, as per any Ouya game, right? It has to be at least free to play, even if it's just a demo or whatever, you know. You must put it on Kickstarter and reach a goal of at least $50,000, right? And then you gotta develop the game for at least 6 months and release the game for at least 6 months before they give you a sum of $250,000. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. Here's what happens, right? You make the game. They'll give you 25% of the $250,000. And when the game is finished and you release it, and it's been at least out for 6 months, then they'll give you the rest of $250,000. This is how it works. All right. Now. The money is of course for the developer and to do whatever he chooses to do with it. Now, at first, this seemed impossible, right? Ouya is still very new. Not many people have it or like it, you know what I mean? And not many people, and even the people that do have it, because it's an exclusive, I don't know, it's just not, it seems a bit impossible to me, you know? They're asking a bit too much. Well, it was impossible until today. The Kickstarter campaign of the Ouya titled Grider on Thunder has aroused suspicions this week after it managed to reach its 75,000 goal with a very low number of backers. Grider on Thunder is, put simply, a pro football game designed for the Ouya. This is in order to take advantage of Ouya's free the game's fund, an initiative that will double the money and raised by any Kickstarter campaign. Now, Gradient Thunder is one of the first two games to meet its crowdfunding goal and the fund's requirements. Having surpassed its Kickstarter goal of $35,000, Gradient developer MogoTXT will see upwards of $78,000 from Ouya and possibly much more as the campaign runs through September the 8th. Now, where it all begins to become suspicious is with the identity of Gradient's backers, of which there are not really that many. Some people are alleging that many of the project's backers have been fabricated in an attempt to squeeze money out of Ouya. As of this video, the campaign has raised $78,000, $340,000 from 137 backers. That's just an astonishing $572 pledged by each backer, and that's a sharp decline from earlier in the campaign when the average pledge was $626 per person. For comparison's sake, the average pledge per backer for Double Fine's adventure game, Project Eternity, and Wasteland 2, some of the most highly funded video game Kickstarter campaigns to date, was $38 and $54 and $48, respectively. Even Ouya itself, which required pledges at least $95 in order for backers to receive an Ouya console, saw an average of for only $136 per person. So let me just repeat that again. A video game, 3 video games rather, which averaged in $38, $54 and $48 per person, and Ouya itself, which is a console which, as we all know, it was probably one of the most highest top paid projects in history of the Kickstarter, only have $136 per person. Now, this of course looks very, very, very suspicious. We're getting about nearly 10 times more than all the other ones put together. We don't have that many people to begin with. That's why they're donating so much money. And many of them share the same last name. Many of them have brand new accounts. And this just looks like it's a scam. Basically, that's where people are saying. I'm not saying the game is bad. The game is good. That's besides the point. The game is okay-ish. But the point is there's a lot of money coming in too fast. Now, Ouya has informed in made a report that the free games fund will only match 25% of the total raised through Kickstarter at first. The remaining 75% will not be handed over until the game has been released. In other words, should Gradient Thunder turn out to be a scam, as many people suspect, MogoTXT would not receive the bulk of the money it's now entitled to unless it releases game on Ouya. Now, this is again another weapon that I've never seen before. It was actually quite cool and I liked it, so I just want to show you guys as much as I've seen, which I don't know anything about it. I've never seen any gameplay of this or anything like that, so this is all new to me. Anywho, as you guys can see, this definitely sounds like a scam, right? There's few people with dodgy identities. There's a lot of money coming in. Both the Ouya and Kickstarter says they did not officially broke any rules or done anything illegal, although it is a bit shady. It's nothing, it's nothing wrong. It's nothing out of the ordinary just yet. What are, what's gonna happen then? Well, of course, the MogoTXT, the guys that behind this project, of course, they've been interviewed several times, and they have avoided questions, and they answered half the questions which weren't even asked. And the questions that were asked, they just avoided them. Basically saying that they have a lot of private funders which really want to see that project coming on, and he's saying that there's a lot of there's a lot of NFL big guys that are investing in this game, and that's where all the money is coming from, and that's pretty much it. Now, here's the thing, right? Yes, it could be a scam just to get the $250,000. It could be all a scam, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I guess the only time will tell. You be the judge. Let me know what you guys think. But that's the two things that I've seen that are very wrong with Kickstarter, and I filtered down there for some odd reason. Anyways, that's the two things that I've seen very wrong with Kickstarter, and that's the two things which I just don't know if you know, that could change. One is fake backers to get money, and the other one is when a project reaches more than enough money and it fails miserably, basically losing it all. Kickstarter is still a good thing, you know. It gets projects up and running. Projects that probably they would never be up and running by anybody else are now up and running. I think that's great, and yeah, well, it's just my 2 cents on all of this. I hope you guys enjoyed and watched the whole video. Second part of this will be up tomorrow, and I'll have a different topic to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed my zombies video. Hope you want to see more. I've enjoyed talking to you guys, and see you guys on the next video. Peace. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, you can hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook for all my video updates. Oh, and subscribe on YouTube. Want to see more of this series? Check out the playlists on the left side, or the previous or the next video of this series.